katambak mo. Timbungan.
Oh, the words that struck the very core of my being, leaving me think how pitiful the life of the fisherman's family in this coastal area so blessed with nature's bounty that promises abundance of food, and yet the fishermen itself and their families can't afford to eat their catch, but instead sell it to tourists like us to bring more foods to their tables. Early morning scene. So I woke up early in the morning the following day to witness how these fishermen do their living. Marine fishing in the Philippines is more than just an industry. It is a way of life to those who are living in the coastal areas, which consist mostly of small-scale fishermen who are using traditional low-cost techniques like line method, spear fishing, and net fishing from small boats. These techniques have provided these fishermen in this coastal town of Lilo-an, Santander with a means of subsistence. The coast, also known as the coastline or seashore, and defined as the area where land meets the ocean, or simply a line that forms the boundary between the land, ocean, and a lake. The coastal ecosystems include sensitive habitats of marine animals that lived in the coral reefs and seagrass beds that support an incredible diversity and abundance of ocean life, including fishes, invertebrates, mammals, and seabirds. Unsa say makuha diri noy sa panaga noy? Gagmay? Isdas ba to? Isdas ba to? Nana may kuha. They are catching fish using the line. Naway lang kuha. Very tiny fish. I checked their catch, and what greeted my eyes were small and tiny juvenile fishes. Ayun itong paglukso kasabanta sa nanaga. Coastal areas have been affected greatly by human activities of those who are living within its zone, causing damage to the natural environment that has led to a wide range of issues, including a loss of biodiversity and high levels of pollution. Well, in fact, coastal areas are one of the Earth's most threatened environment. Kasi mong name noy. Kasi mong ngan. Rowel, taga diri jud ka noy. Diri ka nagtubo jud.
Diri ra.
Uy, naman ko nito na sangad diri nga butanding. Nakakita mo to?
Wala mo.
Sa una, ingon tong trabahante din ha sa kuan, tables.
Sa una na tini namatay diri.
Namatay gyud ito, gito net natabang.
Dili samaran na.
Maubo na igo tus balapad sa barko. Namatay yun ito.
Matay, junggo dire.
Maubo. Unya, giyon sa man itong pagkuhan. Gidakop, giyon sa ito.
Kuan gilubong na to.
Di naman po ito ilubong.
Ini di ito gilubong daga.
Nakuha din, ang dako mo kayo ito.
Sanyag sa kuan. Giliw.
Maubo, kaluoy no. Lugi na ako ni butanding. There was once a butanding or a whale shark stranded in there. Asa dapitan eh? Dito?
Dinira.
O, dinhira gyud ito. Stranded a whale shark. A wounded whale shark. Nanagat mo ka na, dili?
Yan ang gabi.
Mabawali ka nanagat lagi ron.
Wala usa.
Oh. Nadyo'y panahon no yung nga, dahil isda na sa panahon nga gamay ra. Or,
Wala po.
o napoy panahon dyan nga wala. Oh, ba? Inyo LG yung nga rin, wala nag-seminar o mga ana about sa panagat, ana, wala. Ano ba?
Yan, magaling. Hindi ko naman po.
Dili day ka munta na mga isda may papilon. No, mga training, ana. Ano ba? I talked to the fishermen about their life and experiences living in this coastal community here. I asked if ever there are fishing regulations or any government support extended, like seminars or trainings on marine biodiversity conservation to prevent dwindling of fish stocks. But the fisherman shook his head. Coastal waters are a life-giving and a vital resource for small-scale fishers and their families who rely on these waters to provide income and food on their tables. But when humans disturb the ocean's balance, it causes damage to marine biodiversity, affecting the entire game, including the players. And just like dominoes, when the first piece falls down, it brings all the others down with it. Dali, pakita ko, Bi. Oh, this little fisherman here. Kaluoy. Kabibi pa ni Dong, oy. Muda ko pa ni Dong. These fishermen's children are somehow practicing the skills in a livelihood in which they were born into. But sadly, they were not aware that what they have done may lead to overfishing and possibly threaten the fish stocks of the area if not managed properly. These children should be taught that small and young fishes should be given chance to grow into marketable size before they are being caught. A stark contrast to what I bought for breakfast, and that made me feel guilty. The bounty from this island. Let's go. As I was about to cook the fish that I bought, I caught up with this young lad, cooking his own tiny catch, and finally met his family too. They were cooking the juvenile fish that the fisherman caught. Ayan yung mga isda dong. Uy, mura ninyong sudan dong. Asa mo yung papato katong gipalitan? Asa na to? Ato? Wala pa ko kapalitan yung isda? Wala? Lahi dito ni may sontong babae ditong bata nga nagpula. Ah, pwede may kuha lain.
Nagkukat siya dako.
Nya. Cute kaya isda.
Dili mo pare baga.
Oo, ngitoy kayo yung kuha. Pagpad sa bata. Dagkoon unta na oy.
Siya mo
Di na mo dagko di ay? Hoy, sure ka? Mo man ni ang kuan bagis. Ha?
kapal.
Ah, kapal. Magmayat po doon.
Lalas lang manis sa tibe.
Ha?
Naman tibe, lisang nas kusuna isa pa ba.
Pwede na siya mudak ko. Hello, uy, uy.
Ala sipang ma'am.
Ang na na. Nito kaya.
Ano mo?
Hindi lang. Hindi mga gagmito, maluoy.
Ma'am.
Mga bata maluoy mga gagmay. Sige na, ayaw na. Okay na. Muhangin rin na. Ayaw na, okay na na. Oy.
Sige ma'am. Baga mo. Ano? Hindi ko tayo bangga manggod. Dukot na dayon.
A very sad reality of the life of these families in this beautiful coastal community here. They cannot afford to eat their catch, but instead sell it to bring more foods on their table for their families to fend on. The sea has provided people with resources that we need since time immemorial. But sadly, most of us exploited this gift from nature, thinking that the ocean and its resources are inexhaustible. But just like a forest and the soil, the fishes and other marine animals will be depleted if used abusively. The unscientific assumption that man can never exhaust the resources of the vast seas and ocean is untrue, and this belief has placed the entire responsibility for renewal and replenishment to nature. Ecosystems in the coastal communities are in crisis due to overexploitation of marine resources. Much of the crisis is due to the absence of control or regulations and lack of environmental education.
Ay, wakaw na di mo dong.
And the best way to change the future of this coastal community here is to start with the young ones. Introducing environmental education to them is essential since it instills in them the value of conserving the environment. It inculcates in them the respect for nature that consequently teach them to reap the benefits and wonders that the nature provides in the proper way.
Tabang kag panagat dito ganina. Wala. Usahay mo tabang ka. Mo kwan sa ka mo sani mamana or mo apong ra kasi mong papa. Maapong ra ka. Nya may nakay ka malangoy. Pili mo dadong? 12? 11? Ikaw?
Ha? Dili. Paano? Jess ba? Ay, kaya pula.
Ikaw Jis ka. Jis nga grade unsa kang graduha? Grade 4. Eskwela ka ron. Unsa man mo online or kan online ka nang usay tay module?
Module time.
Nya, ikis mo answer sa imong module ikaw. Yalla. Papa, mama, kuya, ate. Kinsa man? Mama. Ka-proud ra. Yan mama may mag-graduate di ikaw. Musingan?
Langay kayong sulat.
Aw lang ang musulat. Bugat ang lapis.
Bugas kay gaan.
Terus bugas kay gaan. Gaan ros kasako bugas ang lapis bugat. Ay, Diyos ko, kabugay. Susintaw ni mo ang isda. Grabe. Sus, ginoong roman. Tudlo na ako. Tudlo. Imong tanong ipadako lang sa oy.
Bitaon man.
Ha?
Goodbye.
Kaya po pala kung lain may magkuha.
Di ka na to, daw kaayo.
Napait.
And in the end, they should be given the chance to contribute to the global efforts of protecting the environment. The children are our future, as the song boasts. Teach them well and let them lead the way.
Kalon, buhi pa. Buhi pa. Kaluoy, oy. Buhi pa yun siya. Oh no, it's torture.
Patay, bulagoy naman ginaskalayon.
Kaluoy, oy. Ano lagi, maluoy kong tanaw. Pwede. Okay na.
Sarong.
Sarong. Mao gyud.
Da,
Nya ikaw dong kasi mo nga dong.
Binji.
Benji.
Binji paras.
Mugoy na mga bata.
Siya bukan binji paras.
We are a huge chunk of the biodiversity of this planet. The diverse plants and animals around us depend on our natural resources like we do. But we humans have the ability to alter or save this planet in ways other species cannot. And we have the responsibility not to only think about how our environment is affecting us, but also how we are affecting our environment.